Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another week of racing, the start off of the week. And we are starting out with Division 1, round number 19. I can't believe I'm saying it. Round number 19 at the lovely COTA Grand Prix of Texas for round 19 with Division 1. It is about to get started. We have a short quali and then a 50% race. Not long left of the season, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be very exciting. Obviously, we've already announced the champion of Division 1, which is in Campbell Adams, and the Division 1 constructors, McLaren. But there's still big points up for grabs. And yeah, it's going to be very, very exciting. I'm looking forward to tonight. I'm looking forward to the whole weekend. We obviously had Vegas last week. It's a double American track. Obviously, Vegas last week, this week, Texas. So yeah, it's going to be great. We've got a very fun-filled grid. We've got 18 on the grid tonight. Unfortunately, one couldn't make it, and the other one didn't make it either. So yeah, shame not having a full grid, but we've got some new drivers as well, which have jumped back into the Rush family, which is really, really good to see. And also, yeah, going to be racing up against the champion as well. And we've got some big names as well on the grid tonight, which we're going to go through very, very shortly. Right, well, there we go. While everyone is getting amongst the paddock, I am on my own tonight, unfortunately. Andy Owen is not available, so it's just me on my own. So, yeah, we'll have to see how we go. And I'm sure it's going to be a great night of racing. Feel free to get some comments coming flying into the chat. And, yeah, put what you want. Press the blue button, get amongst it. Follow your favourite driver, and we will get amongst the great action of tonight. So first of all, let's go through the grid. Who do we have on the grid tonight, ladies and gentlemen? So we have got Kalki in the Alpine, reserving up from Division 2, who's having a fantastic battle with the man of Bevs in that McLaren in Division 2. We've then got Huluk, who drove last week in the Ferrari. He's back this week in the RB. We've got Leffy Dead, who was not going to make it, is here tonight. Really good to see him on track. We've then got Kifi in the Kickstar. We've got Sammy in the Alpine. Yusuf Go, obviously last week, didn't do the best last week, so hopefully he's going to have another shot this week. Watanabe reserving up as well tonight for the Astons, so good luck to him. Wogboy, G-Force Nick back on the grid. Good to see him back. He loves these 50%ers. That's probably why he's here. We'll have to wait and see. We've got the other Aston Martin in Tai in P9 at the moment. And then we've got Hado, the TP of Haas, reserving up tonight as well. It'll be very interesting to see how he goes. A few Div 2 drivers driving up tonight, and obviously a few of the Division 1 drivers as well. So a little bit of a mixture tonight, which is really good to see there. We've got Danger in the Red Bull, reserving for Red Bull. We've got Danny Van Routen back on the grid. Really, really good to have him back, and hope he is having a great week. And he is in the Williams tonight, along with F1NZ, the guy that has been battling Campbell Adams from start to finish this season. Then we've got Websy that came back to Russia. He's driving tonight for Kick Sauber. So welcome back, my friend. We've got Josh Razuligan in the Haas. We've got JD My Thunder, another Div 2 driver, reserving up tonight as well. So really good to see there. We've got Chandler's in the Ferrari. And then we've got Campbell Adams, the man, the myth, the champion. Feel free, if you want to jump on board and listen to the podcast. We did interview Campbell Adams last week about his story as a sim racer and what he plans to do moving forward. The guy's had an amazing season, and we look forward to seeing what he can do tonight. So plenty of great drivers on the grid tonight, 18, and we're at the lovely sunshine of the Texas Grand Prix. So last week, obviously, it was Vegas, which was the same in the real life. And then, obviously, this week we're at Texas, and then next week we're in Baku, and then after that we're in Mystery. And the Mystery will go live on the stream, so you will be able to get to see all of it. So it's going to be really, really exciting as well. But we are going to jump on board with some flying laps. Marzi, thank you very much for the sub, mate. Good evening. How are we feeling tonight? I'm very excited for this race. I bet you are, my friend. Still up for grabs. We saw the overalls go out earlier on today. If you want a little bit of if you want a little bit of a recap of the overalls, then feel free to call it out, but I'll give you a little bit of a heads up at the moment. We've also got socials as well after this tonight, so feel free to get on board that as well. So the overalls are McLaren leading 2,034 points. Behind them is Alpine in P2 with 1,931. Followed very closely by them is Williams. A little bit of a gap now, around about 300 points gap to Alpine in third position. Then you've got Red Bull, who are right on the tails of the Williams in P4. Then Ferrari, who had a great week last week in P5 with 1,484. Then Haas with 1,313. Mercedes on their tails with 1,235. VCAL with 1,183. Sauber with 1,112. It's a little bit of a battle there between VCAL and Sauber. And Aston Martin now pushing their way up through the pack. Still down that P10 position at the moment, but they have 953 points. So that is your overalls. Just reading a few of the comments stuff at the moment. But no, we'll get back on board. I'm just going to find my... There we go. There it is. There we go. Feel free to jump on board the Twitch. Feel free to put some comments in. Let me have a... Thank you very much, Drive to Survive. Yes, good luck to everyone tonight. Hopefully we have a really good race on our hands. Campbell Adams setting a 129.907 P1. Sammy there with a 131.223 in P2. Watanabe in third with a 131.955. Just been dropped there by GeForce Nick, who is now gone P3 with a 131.611. Who do we jump on board with, chat? Let me know who will jump on board with. We've got 28 viewers in tonight. Thank you very much. Let's hopefully that increases throughout the night of racing that we've got. Ooh, I'll turn my volume up a little bit. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. But who do we jump on board with? Give me a name who we jump on board with for a flying lap. DVR. Well, he's in the pits at the moment. We will be jumping on board with him when he comes out of the pits. But we've got 18 runners tonight. Yep, you sound fine. Thank you very much. Great to be back as well, guys. Been away, had a little bit of a holiday. Great to be back in the comms box and giving you some serious action tonight. I've missed it, actually. I really have missed it. I'm missing Andy, though. I'm missing Andy. Andy Owen not here tonight, unfortunately. So bear with me. Hopefully my voice does hold up. Marzi giving us a sub to Lord Maheva. Marzi, I didn't think you would have done that, but you have done that, my friend. Well, yeah, respect to you, my friend. Respect to you. So there we go. We've got a few drivers jumping in. What the... Yes, I think you just seen that as well, which is really, really good to see. But we are going to jump on board with DVR. Let's give it a little bit of an inkling of Texas. Texas is one of those tracks where it's been really interesting on this game for track limits and also tyres, as DVR already invalidates already. So that's unfortunate there for him. But get this out of my account. Oh, look at that. Look, he's coming to the chat, showing hatred already. Love to see it. Giving a little bit of a heads up on Texas. So Texas has obviously got the windy S-bends going to sector 1. Very easy to track and validate there. And very easy to get penalties. So the guys have to be fully control and concentrating to the max. Obviously a lot of places to overtake here. Sector 2 very, very powerful on the DRS. Sector 3 here, where you can see DVR coming in very, very slow. You can either go really wide or you can go really tight and try and get the overtake. We've seen a few people try and go side by side in this nice little windy bend here. And then you normally go over to the right hand side, right a little bit of the curb, keeping quite tight, not going too far and getting an invalidation. Very easy to get an invalidation there, as DVR is about to start his lap now. So we are going to jump on board with DVR for a flying lap going into Texas. Starting up into the first sector with the DRS going into the first corner. This is where we are going to see some audacious moves, some audacious overtakes. DVR taking it nicely there, getting onto the curb. So far, so good. Everyone getting out of his way. Does he ride the curb? Taking it very nicely here. and getting onto the curbs. No invalidations through the S-bends. You do not want to get the invalidations there. Keeping the car really nice on the curves, not too much. Purple already in sector 1. Now coming up the hill, then down the hill. A little bit of elevation going on Texas. It goes up, then it goes down. As you can see now, all the way down. Does he take it quite tight or does he take it quite wide? It takes it quite tight there, getting on to the curb. Now he gets onto the second part of the DRS. It's power all the way down sector 2. We're going to see a lot of toes here, a lot of overtakes, and definitely a lot of audacious moves going into this bend coming up here, dropping down on the ERS around about 34%, getting nicely onto the curbs. DVR riding these curbs, fantastically done so far, so good. And he's got purple in sector 2. Is it going to be 3 purples in sector 3 as well? Remember, this man has beaten Campbell Adams this season. Great to have him on the grid tonight. Here we go, coming into the last couple of corners, riding the curb there on the exits. Does he push over to the right hand side, getting a good exit coming out onto the curb? Don't push him too wide, otherwise easy to invalidate. Riding a lot of the curb there, getting onto the curbs a lot on this track and crossing the line, setting a 1:30.948, putting himself P4. Well done, DVR. Great lap there. Campbell Adams though, 1:29.907. Holcomb, Jesus Christ, 1:29.907. How the hell am I supposed to beat this? I know this guy is on another level. Ixion Blazer, mate. Welcome to the chat. Feel free if you've got any questions, mate. Get amongst it. And yeah, we can get you signed up and get ready for season 8 if you are a sim racer yourself. Nixon Plays, mate. Welcome to the chats. You have jumped into the comms box, mate. I really do appreciate it. But unfortunately, if you could leave, that would be great. As it is not the place for drivers currently for the time being. So I'm just going to remove you. Yeah, he's gone already. Yeah, good man. Good man. But welcome to the chat, my friend. Welcome to the chat. Few invalidations there. So top 3, Campbell Adams with a 1:29.907. Yusuf Goat with a 1:30.705. And Kalki there with P3 with a 1:30.913. Few guys still to set times. We've got Huluk, Left 4 Dead, Tai, and Chandler's all still to set times on outlaps at the moment. We've got comments coming flying in. Really appreciate the comments, guys. 31 people tuning in. I'm happy to leave as you were very respectful. Appreciate it, mate. No, don't need to leave the league. Just leave the comms box, mate. Yeah, more than welcome to stay in and get amongst it. Hopefully we're going to see you drive this weekend. Nah, all good. Thanks, Dynasty. Appreciate it, mate. Oh, I might have an invite. I hope you can get in, my friend. I really do. Hope you can get in. Let's see if we can get you in. Just bear with us a second, guys. Hopefully I can get you in. Just let me know if you've got that, my friend. SJ, yep, I've sent you. There's 2 races left, Nixon, so feel free to jump on board, mate. And you're in? You're in? Ah, awesome. When you jump in, that would be great. Hopefully you don't go in a car, and that would be awesome. So I'm going to have some help in the comms box. So my voice is not going to be gone by the end of the night. So wait for this man to come in. Hopefully he is in the comms box, and he will be in very shortly. You're in? Awesome. Are you in the lobby? That's the main thing, my friend. Let me know if you're in the lobby. Right. Currently, still 3 guys to run. And are you in the comms box? Are you in the lobby?
No, I'm not in the lobby. Can I join it? The lobby's full. That's all right. I'll watch the stream, mate. All good.
You can commentate from the stream?
Yeah, they're all right.
All right, awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the man, the myth, the Mr. P-Man. Panic, mate. Welcome to the stream, mate. Division 1, Texas. And you've got to do this, obviously, tomorrow. How are you feeling around here, my friend?
Oh, yeah. Should be an exciting race. Not feeling too confident, yeah. But we'll see how we go for my division. Very excited about tonight. Div 1 should be a good race.
Yes, it is going to be a great race. Just replying to Nixon there, mate. Saying, can you help? Good times to go mute. Love it. So far, so good. Campbell, Ian, Yusuf, and Websy are your top 3 at the moment. You can, put your name down, mate. Feel free to put your name down and we can get you in the mix to commentate next season if that's something that you want to do, mate. By all means. Not this week. I've already got someone now. I didn't know you wanted to do it, otherwise I would have allowed it. But I've already got someone now who is a commentator. But feel free to put your name down. Message me in the Discord, and we will. Yeah, we'll get you all registered, ready to go. What do you think we're going to see here tonight, Panic? We're going to see a lot of overtakes, a lot of audacious moves. What's your thoughts to Texas?
Oh yeah, this is going to be really, really tough for the overtaking. Though those curbs are deadly if you don't time it right. Put your nose in there. But I think it should be a really good race tonight. Can't wait to see what the boys going to do. With the qualifying that Campbell has, because I just joined the stream, so Campbell smashed out the water 1:29.9. That's a crazy time.
It is an absolutely crazy time. We'll have to see if anyone can get close to it. DVR obviously pushed himself in P5 at the moment. He's going to go again. So we are going to see these guys start to improve as well. So feel free if you want to get on board with anyone at the moment. But no, we were talking about it earlier with Campbell Adams. He's had such a fantastic season. And obviously we're now starting to see more drivers as well join, which is getting very interesting going into season 8. And you feel that Campbell, if Campbell decides to, I don't know what his decision is yet, if he's going to go full-time reserve, obviously it'd be nice to defend that title. Do you think that people will be able to really start to push him next season if he is in a full-time seat?
Yeah, I think it'd be good. It's just depending, like, for example, if Left 4 Dead went for another team, and Kalk is still in there. There's really good drivers here on the grid. I would love to see him defend his title. There's new drivers going to attract her because of him, so it'd be really good to see him defend the title. I hope he stays. Yeah, I think it's really good for Division 1.
Yeah, no, it's great. Great to have a lot of talent on the grid as well. 18 drivers. Unfortunately, the two that we're missing are a Merc and an RB. Unfortunately, didn't show. So we are running the 18, but the 18 guys, obviously, 3 of these guys are going to miss out on points. It's going to be down to 15, and it will be the same for next season as well. So there is more announcements to come out this week. So feel free to get ready for that. Obviously, there's been a lot of announcements with the TPs being announced as well. And there's another question for you. What do you feel about the TPs, the new TPs that are joining in for season 8? How do you feel they're going to
go? It's going to be a challenge. I think it's going to be good for them. I know that some TPs are re-signed, obviously. I think they learned a lot this season of how it goes. But we need some new faces to bring the challenge up to the other TPs that have been here for a while. I think they do well.
Yep, it's going to be really, really good to see. And I'm looking forward to seeing it as well. Is it short or full quality, mate? Nah, it's short quality. Next season is looking to be full quality, if I remember. I think I did the race format. I think I sent the race format out. I can't even remember how many announcements I've sent out. I think it's full quality. I think
it's been a few.
There's been a few, yeah. It's getting really busy now. Obviously, the season's only finished, Nixon. 2 races left. We've obviously got this one, and we've obviously got Baku next week, which is round 20, and then we're finishing up at round 21. Which is a mystery round. I think we're the only league still going. I think everyone is now starting to finish up as well. So, yep, gives us more stream time, which is great. And also gives us, gets put on action with these guys as well. As Left 4 Dead really struggling with Coda not setting a lap at the moment. He is in Sector 1 at the moment. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate. He's got a lot of traffic in front of him. It's crazy how the drivers are so close yet so clean racing. It's only quali, mate. You wait until the race. They sometimes brain cells go out the window. We'll have to wait and see. There's a lot that can happen in this race. Left 4 Dead, the only driver on the whole grid that has not set a time. So either struggling or just ready for the track to warm up and nail that time, as Campbell Adams has nailed a time. Oxchillo, mate, welcome. Well, that was really no need for that, was there? But yeah, it's we'll delete that. No, we don't need that negative vibes coming out in the chat.
Definitely not.
Okay, right. Well, Cameron Adams in P1 at the moment. His teammate in P18, and yeah, looks like we've got Yusuf Go as well. We'll be jumping on board with these guys. They've got 15 seconds still to go. Left for Dead really pushing. Does he set a time? That's going to be the interesting part here. He is in P18 at the moment. And Cameron Adams goes even quicker with a 129.724. And Left for Dead puts it P2 with a 130.193. Fantastic.
Holy smokes.
A $40 bet on Max Verstappen to win Sunday's race in Qatar gives $1,000. Thank you very much for that advice, my friend. But who have we got coming round at the moment? So we're on board with Tai Tai. Tai Tai is going to be the last car to finish his lap. We've got Watanabe and Kalki. They're done. They're in P5 and P11 at the moment. Tai Tai going around the last corner. Is he going to improve on his time? Let's have a look. He does a 132. Does improve. Goes into P18. We've got the Haas it looks like it's Josh Razuligan. He's up on his time a little bit, but is it going to be enough? He twists himself up to P12. We've got the Ferrari of G-Force Nick. What's he going to go across the line? He stays P7. We've got the Merc, and that looks like that's Yusuf. Does he improve? Yes, he does a little bit. There's a few people. Yeah, appreciate the betting there, guys. Thanks. I'm sure people will be putting bets on for the F1 this weekend at Qatar. We've also got, who else have we got coming across the line? Keefe has retired. Looks like we've got to Williams of Danny Van Routen. Is he going to go? He does improve. Goes P3, goes behind Left for Dead. The two McLarens look like they're going to be P1 and P2 at the moment. We've got Chandler's who's in the pits. I think that is it. I think that's done and dusted. We've got Campbell. We've got Left for Dead. Left for Dead's invalidated. And we are going to have a 1-2 from McLaren again. Fantastic. What a time that was from Left for Dead there, Panic.
Yeah, that was he waited for the last moment to put that lap in. Yeah, thank God he didn't validate. But they've done a great time there. McLaren get 1 and 2. But Danny Van Routen, what a lap he had. P3 for Williams. That's a great time.
Yeah, great time. Absolutely great time. And we'll have to wait and see what happens. We'll have to really wait and see what happens here. We've got a lot of comments coming through as well. Holy on kid is either real at this track. We'll have to wait and see. P1, P2. Marzy's obviously over the moon with that performance there with Campbell Adams and Left for Dead there. 2 different times. Only one person in the 29s. The guy is just... I watched him in Monaco the other night, right, in PSGL, and he should have won the race, unfortunately, with the VSC. And he was 4 seconds within 4 laps on Monaco.
Wow.
The guy's insane. He's just getting better and better. It's just incredible. But it's honestly not just him. There is another 18 drivers on here as well. So they're all class. They're all good at their own talent. And this may not be a track for some of them, end of the day. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it could be track dependent. It might be really great on one and then, obviously not as good on the other. But the driving for Diff 1 has been really good throughout the season. Sum it up all. They've how close they get and how close they follow each other. And some of the race over the line, the last cars over the line were so close. They've done really well this season. The entire grid.
Yeah. Very.
What do you think it's about the start? How do you think it's going to work out?
I'm not sure.
Can they retain the P1 and 2 position coming to T1? Be interested to see.
We'll have to wait and see.
Who's going to have the better setup for this one? The softs are really bad on this track, I believe. They're really, really bad.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think Mr. Mars is going to be happy with that result.
Oh, he'll be chuffed. He'll be over the moon. We are going to get underway. 34 people. I'm sure we're going to have that increase throughout the night. Thank you very much to everyone that is tuning in and watching. Really appreciate the support. Continuing support. Remember, get amongst it. Get amongst the comments. Get amongst the stream. Press that blue button. If you want to subscribe, goes to a good cause. As we see Muzzy and Panic. Panic are all-time subscriber of all time, but we have got 5 red lights and we're away at round 19 at the Texas Grand Prix with the 2 McLarens in P1 and P2, and it's a great start by them. But is anyone going to be able to try and sandwich them in the middle? Yes, they do. DVR goes into P2. Now he drops into P3. Now he's back into P2. Now he's definitely into P2. Left just dropped that into P3 at the moment. Campbell Adams leading the way, going through the lovely S's. Look at those cars all through like a snake. Everyone through. Someone going off though, having to re-enter the track there. We've got Shifty Whizzer as our onboard steward tonight, so feel free guys, if you make mistakes he'll be on you like bees around honey. And at the moment we've got the Haas going all over the place, doesn't know what direction to go in. Very early days, 27 laps of racing to go, but a very, very good start from Division 1 there, Panic.
Yeah, it was a great start. All the cars went through, so great start for lap 1. Mr. Campbell lead the race with Denver out in second. Oh, someone just gone very wide there. Jeez. He's back. Yeah, it was a great start from the boys. Should be an interesting race to the end.
Yeah, definitely.
They're very close together.
It's going to be a lot of overtaking, a lot of maybe a few little mistakes. We'll have to wait and see how these mediums are going to tie up at the moment. We've got every single car on the medium compound tyres apart from G-Force Nick, who's gone on those hards. He definitely feels the hards are better than the mediums at the moment. So if you are tuning in and you jumped in tonight, we've got 1 lap out of 28 just going on to lap number 2. We've got Cameron Adams in P1, Danny Van Routen in P2, Lifford in P3, Yusuf Goat in P4, Websy in P5, Kalki in P6, Finns in P7, G-Force and Chandler's in P8, P9. Look like they're going to switcheroo here. Looks like Chandler's is going to go in front of his teammate and take that P8 position. 10th is Danger, 11th is Montenabi, Keefe in P12, Josh Rizuligan in P13, struggling all over the place, got Sammy right on his tails, ready to pounce and get that move done in P14, Tai in P15, JD Meyer in P16, Hado and Hook in P17 and P18 at the moment. So battles happening left, right and centre, but early days, it is a Williams sandwich right in the middle of the 2 McLarens, and we know how quick this guy is, DVR. Does he have what it takes to beat Campbell Adams here at Texas tonight, Panic?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good battle to the end. He's very quick. I think he can definitely bring the battle to Campbell tonight. Should be good to see them two battling out the front. But Left 4 Dead is obviously he's still in that mix, so them two his teammates to protect each other. Oh, that was a close call.
DVR around the outside there. Yusuf, good driving by Yusuf, holds that. Websy staying in behind there as well. We've got moves happening at the back. Watanabe up in the P10, doing a great job so far. Right on the back of G-Force Nick. A little bit of drama going on at the back there between JDMI and Hado. Sammy with a 10-second corner cut for gaining 1 place early on lap 2. Doesn't really want that to happen as Left 4 Dead and Campbell switch for fastest lap. Now it's Left 4 Dead with 134.158. If McLaren stay this close, they might have strategy problems or miscommunication. Nixon, I wouldn't say that too loud. Marzi has got it on point all season. McLaren have won Division 1 Constructors already in McLaren, and their champion in Campbell Adams has already won the championship as well. So it is just big points up for grabs, continuing on for the overalls. And that was something I'm going to talk to you about while we've got a little bit of time while these guys getting into momentum. Overalls, how you feeling? You seem to always keep pushing away from Alpine due to the Division 1. Do you feel that Division 1 is the reasons why McLaren are pulling away at the moment? Because the rest of the divisions, it's not gone plain sailing in the last few weeks.
No, it hasn't. The boys definitely, Lefty and Campbell are always contributing mostly to those points. They've done really well. But looking now, in my division did fall, so we had, I think, P4, P5 in constructors. We're not doing the greatest in constructors points. But you got to sum it all up, you know. We every time we do well in Division 2, then if we don't do well in Division 1, we don't do well in Division 2, then Division 3 does well, and it's a bit of a mixed bag, you know. But we've done really well to stay up top for the pretty much the entire season. Alpine has put pressure on us, and they were 50 points behind. I think they're now 100. So it's still a close battle to the end.
Yeah, it's I got messages come flying through at the moment. Love it.
Oh.
And it's Websy up into P2, completely changing. And yeah, like Panic did say, it is getting very, very tight. It just makes one mistake for one of these teams to have McLaren or Alpine. And we've seen Kalki dominate in P2, in Division 2 the last couple of races. And we've seen them very, very strong in Division 4, actually putting Hennessy under pressure now for the remainder of the season. But Websy is putting under the rest of the guys under pressure because now Left 4 Dead has dropped into P6. Just to see if he's got a little bit of damage there. We might have missed a little bit of that action. I apologise there because he was in P2. He's now dropped down into P6 and he's got no front left plate there. So he's had a little bit of an incident. Websy into P2, Yusuf into P3 and Danny Van Routen into P7. So has Lefty and DVR come together? That's going to be the question here. As we're seeing Websy go for a move. No, Kalki's gone for a move up into P3. So Yusuf now 1.2, 2.1 behind Campbell Adams, and Campbell Adams is in fresh air at the moment and pulling away at the rate of knots, only on lap 4 out of 28, Panic.
Yeah, the ERS here is very important. It depletes so quickly and it's very hard to get it back. So if you're good at your ERS management, you're going to do really well here. But he's pulled away 2.3 seconds now. I don't know what happened. Lefty, Left 4 Dead was, I think it was P6, so maybe him and Danny got into contact. But Danny doesn't have any damage. I haven't seen any damage on his front wing at all. So something must have happened.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting moving forward at the moment with that damage with Lefty and I'm just going to keep an eye out on DVR. Does DVR have damage on that right front plate there at the moment? I can't see too much. I know that Left 4 Dead does have that damage, and we've seen Left 4 Dead do this before. We've seen him have serious damage to his car and still put that car on the podium. No, DVR's got both of those plates at the moment, so Left 4 Dead is going to lose a lot of time when he pits to having to change that front wing, which could hurt him in this race, because at the moment the Alpine is in front of the McLaren. The other Alpine is not down there in P12, so we've got two McLarens with advantage to the Alpines at the moment. Going a little bit further back down through the pack, GeForce Wog still in P9 on those hard compound tyres at the moment. We do have a little bit of battling going on here between Websy and Go in that P3 and P4 position. Kick versus Merc. Reserve versus reserve. Keefe getting a 3-second time penalty. The other Kick Sauber driver not having the best of nights so far. One up in P3 and one down in P18. And at the moment, these two having a great race in the points, and Kalki into P2. This guy has just improved so much coming to the end of the season.
Yeah, he's done well. He's been really quick. He's just getting better and better every week, Kalki. So he's done a phenomenal job in Division 1. Speaking of whoever put on a chat about strategy for McLaren, I think the strategy now is solved. One is in P5, one is in P1, so they won't slow each other down the pits at this stage.
Well, we'll have to wait and see at the moment, because he is 2.1. He's got a nice little traffic behind him of Websy and Yusuf Goat really putting the pressure on him, and this is going to be interesting. It's going to be strategies. Is it going to be pace? Is it going to be DRS? Is it going to be skill? It's going to be a lot of things at the moment, but he's keeping that 2.1 gap to Campbell Adams at the moment. It's gone up to 2.2 now, so it's not moving that much, but it's still a good enough gap, but it's not the most you need here. But I've just noticed as well, Kalki does have that 3-second time penalty. So at the moment, we've got 3 for Kalki, 3 for Watanabe, 10 for Sammy, 3 for Josh, and 3 for Keefe. So we are seeing a few penalties come on. And then Websy now just into P2, Yusuf into P3, and Kalki now into P4. So quick as that, being from P2 was great. Now he's gone from P2 to P4 very, very quickly, as he is under pressure by some very, very quick guys. And now DVR's getting in amongst it, and he's going side by side with the Williams driver And he get the job done. He goes round the outside of Kalki, and there you go, takes that position. Or does he? No, they're still going side by side. DVR goes off track, does come back on track. Then you've got Left 4 Dead battling Kalki, going around the outside. Nearly gets spun there, though. Left 4 Dead, very unlucky. F1NZ having to move out the way. Chandler's then moving out the way. They're all over the place. Go on lap 7 at the moment. Still battles happening, but damage limitations here is not what you want this early on. That could have been carnage for the Kalki, Lefty, Finns, and Chandler's there, Panic.
Yeah, the damage on if you have a problem with damage is very difficult to go through, especially. But geez, how quickly you can lose positions, you know, from P2 to P5 because they're so close together, this bunch, and they're all really quickly, you know. And Kalki reserving up. I mean, he's doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, he is. He's doing an absolutely great job at the moment. So I'll let you take it on for a few laps. We'll jump on board with Yusuf Goat, who looks like he's going to make the job on Websy. Back to you, Panic.
Cheers, mate. Here we on board with Yusuf Goat. Oh, let's see if we can detect it. He's overtaken Websy. Comes to the slow corner now. That's the full break. Oh, he's done it well there. You're going to have it on board for one lap. Fair enough.
Who is it?
You're going to have an onboard? Is it an onboard for Yusuf or?
Yep, I'll jump on board with Yusuf.
Yeah.
There we go. There you go.
Now we're on board, yes. Just want to make sure if you're on board. Yeah. Oh, so Yusuf got is P2 down 2.8 seconds behind. Campbell Adams, he's not making any ground up due to battles with the rest of the group behind him. Evers and DRS. Evers in the DRS zone behind him, so this should be a great battle to see in turn 1. Wish you could see a helicopter really good to see for the viewers, the people battling behind him.
Yes.
Just having a race in China at the moment. He's got clean air everywhere. Pulled away another 2 tenths away. But this battle, if they keep battling, the Campbell is just going to keep running away with it. They need to work together if they want to catch Campbell. They can't keep battling every turn, every DRS zone. They should definitely work together. Carcass is still in P5. Danny Van is in P4. Chasing Websy. And Yusuf Goat is trying to chase down. Websy's trying to chase down Yusuf Goat. He got a yellow. Sector 2. There's Sammy. Oh, he's dropped a few positions. Looks like Sammy had an incident.
With Yusuf. So we've got that on board.
Nice been overtaken by Websy and Danny. Kalki's still on behind me. He's dropped off. Vince's dropped off 7 tenths. But he's nearly out of DRS zone if he's not careful. Left 4 Dead still battling with that foaming damage. Still in P6 position. The 2 Ferraris are doing a great job together. One's on hards and one's on mediums. As we finish the lap with Yusuf Goat. His DRS, he's actually saved quite a bit DRS. He scored, nearly 50%. Sammy with another 3-second penalty. Does he have damage? Something must have happened to him. I can't break through the grid. Unfortunately, I'm not in the lobby. Oh, danger! He's just in pits, so he's lost positions in the hards now. After 9 laps, so he called it early. I think he's tried to do...
Ooh, 3 seconds for Yusuf.
Oh, that's going to cost him so much. Jeez, yeah, and this track is really hard with track limits. It's very difficult, you know. A few millimeters left and you're going to validate. Especially going up that hill after the S-bends, that's a really tricky one. Haydo gets a 3-second penalty now. They just, I think the tyres are worn, mate. I think the tyres are after lap 9 and 10.
Yellow.
Are probably. Oh, lock up.
Oh, Sammy's gone off. Sammy's gone off right at the end there. That's not a nice place that you want to lose it there. He's got the kick.
I think he has damage, mate. It's the second time he's gone off. I think he has damage. That's why he went off the second time. But yeah, as I was saying, the mediums, I think after lap 9, they'll be over like 35%. They'll be really hurting. So yeah, I think we'll be seeing some boys get jumping to the pits now from the top 10.
Ooh, Websy getting a penalty as well, and then someone else,
Oh,
Kalki having to go wide. Everything's going
jeez.
on in this top 5 position at the moment. P2 all the way down to P7. This is where the battles are happening at the moment. A lot of penalties happening here as well. DVR behind in P2 at the moment, 3.3 seconds behind Campbell. Still enough though. If Campbell does get a 3-second, it brings it back in. If anything happens, the safety, anything, you know, there's still 18 laps to go in this race, and he's still in a good position. He's not that far behind, but Campbell does have a nice little run on him at the moment. Going further back, you've got Lefty Diddy in that P5 position, right battling against 3 guys have got penalties. Kalki behind him, Websy in front, and Yusuf Goat with those pens at the moment. A little bit further down, you've got Finns as well, who's in the mix. Nice little DRS train here, probably going all the way from DVR all the way down to Chandler's. So P2 down to P8.
I think that battle from, let's say, P2 to P7 or 8, that battle between them would have hurt those tires a lot. You know, they'd be battling every single lap. So for 10 laps, they'd be battling each other every corner they leave. So that would have hurt those tires. That's why they kept the penalties just raking in at the moment. The tires are going off. When do you reckon they're going to pit, Ashay? When are the front runners going to pit? Let's say the top 5. I know Left 4 Dead, if he pits, he's probably going to get a wing change. He won't be able to finish the race like this. I mean, who's to say? We've seen him do it before with wing damage. He didn't change it and then finished the race with wing change. When do you reckon they're going to pit? Or should we put a prediction in?
We can do it.
Because if you have pit window now, I mean, it's what have we got to go? We've got 18, 17 laps to go.
I'll put one in now. Well, let's put one in now. When are the front runners going to pit? Let's have a look. When will the front runners pit? Give me some laps.
Well,
we'll go.
Oh, safety car. Don't worry about it. It's safety car, mate. They'll pit now.
Lucky I didn't write anything. I was just about to type it.
They will definitely pit now. A safety car. Who's gone off? That's Hado. He's been left
out of this race.
I couldn't see it on stream. So I don't know what happened. I couldn't see it on stream, but he's DNF'd. Oh, Danger's DNF now. Has he DNF'd in pits? What is going on here?
Bit of drama going on tonight, isn't there? Few mistakes made there, but then no, I'll give it to him. Though. The guys are giving a go with medium traction, so you know that changes things up a little bit as well. So we'll have to wait and see. God, sorry, I got so many messages come through tonight. Discord invites and dash danger crash on the safety car. All right, well we've got safety car. Lap 11 out of 28. Just clicking the viewers there. At the moment. So what is Campbell Adams going to do? This is going to bring this race back into it, which is going to be very exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Campbell and DVR, they're going to be back together again. So that's going to be very interesting. And I reckon these guys are going to go hard to the end here. And this does not help GeForce Nick out at all, because he is now going to be on hard compound tyres going on to mediums. And are they going to be able to go to the end? I don't think they are. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here, because the tyre degradation here is really, really bad from what I've heard, and actually raced it as well in another league. It's not the best. So we're going to have every single car on hard compound tyres, and this is going to bring everyone back into the mix, and Campbell is going to lose that lead.
Yeah, and GeForce actually is on the mediums. He's going a gamble. GeForce is going on fresh mediums because he was on the hards to begin the race with. But has Left 4 Dead changed his wing? He's in P9. Good question. That's unfortunate to see Danger and Hado DNF this early in the race. We are nearly halfway. Oh, we are halfway nearly.
We are indeed. All right, let's put another prediction out instead. Will we see another safety car? Will we see a
I like that one.
Second safety car. See what happens there. Are you getting tips in for your race tomorrow?
Well, I'm trying to. It's very difficult because I'm not in the lobby, so I can't go through the grid. I can only see what's on stream at the moment. Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't enter the lobby, but I'm just seeing what's on stream. I've done a few laps here, and the tire degradation, as you said, it's very, very bad here for my liking. It's very bad. So the mediums are the quickest tires, but they die quickly. So imagine having the softs here. How many laps can you really do?
Yes. Yeah, tyre wear is crazy, isn't
Hard,
it? They're saying it in the chat now.
hard's are the way to go, but yeah, I think after lap 12, 10, anywhere between 10 to 12 laps, mediums, they are pretty dead.
Yeah. Well, on that note, we've got people voting on the safety car, so we'll get that in. But first of all, let's give you a little bit of an insight on position changes at the moment. Campbell Adams staying where he is. We've got DVR making up 1, Websy making up 2, Chandler's making up 7. So a really good start from him tonight. Then we've got Yusuf dropping down 1, F1NZ making up 3. Kalki losing 1, Watanabe gaining 4. Really good performance from him tonight as well in that Aston Martin, driving up from Division 2 into Division 1. Left for Dead losing at 7, having that wing change. That's really hurt him, pushing himself all the way down into P9. GeForce Nick having to change his strategy, going from hards to mediums. And he is lost 3 places. Tai, same as Chandler's, gaining 7. JD Mai gaining 2. Josh staying where he is in the P13. Huluk gaining 1. Keithy gaining 1. And Sammy losing 6. But still has an opportunity in this race after a few incidents that he's had off track. And going over to the penalties, 3 for Websy, 3 for Yusuf, 3 for Kalki, 3 for Watanabe, none for Lefty, none for GeForce, none for Tai, none for JDMI, 3 for Josh Mazuligan, none for Huluk, 3 for Keefe, and 3 for Sammy. Going over to tyres, every single car is on the hards, apart from GeForce, it's on the mediums, and Keefe. What's Campbell going to be able to do now? He's going to have to do it all over again. Is this time he going to be able to pull away from DVR?
Yeah, and DVR's got no penalties, so it'll be a great battle to see. Websy's got a penalty, so it'll be difficult for him to keep some positions there with obviously trying to use Fins behind him. Kalki, everyone's really quick there on the grid. But I don't know, has Left for Dead changed his wing in the pits and dropped to P9? Because I thought he's going to drop much more than P9 if he changes his wing.
He was quite high up, wasn't he, at first, so that's probably helped him there. We'll have to wait and see. Ryder prediction should be how much Campbell gains. I don't know if he will, because he's got DVR right behind him, and Websy has been pretty impressive in this race as well, so I don't think he's going to have it easy than he thinks. And we've seen these two guys come together safe, not incident-wise, but racing together in Portugal. And it was a great race. It came down to strategy in the end, and unfortunately DVR lost that race due to too many penalties. So he's going to want to get one back on Campbell Adams and try and take the win here. But on this other note, we've got more Formula 1. Obviously 2 races left of the real season. And we're back this week with Qatar. Obviously, we have had the qualifying. We do have the sprint race later on in the morning. I think it's 1 o'clock your time, Australian time. So feel free to tune in and get amongst it. It's on 3 o'clock in the morning for me. And then obviously we've got the quali and then the main race, which is going to be on the Sunday. So, as we already know, Max Verstappen is the 4-time world champion, and he has done very, very well at it. And this is just bragging rights now, isn't it, really? And constructors. And Mercedes making a big dash for the constructors as well. I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're too far behind. But been very impressive the last few weeks in Russell and Hamilton, and I cannot believe I'm saying that about Russell.
I know. You're not very fond of him. Everyone knows that. He's done well. No. Speaking of constructors, though, with Max winning the championship, Perez doing P16 last race. I mean, that's not helping the constructors. McLaren, Norris, and Piastri are smashing it every week. Those two guys are really, really good and really quick, and they've done a phenomenal job this season.
Yes, they have done an absolutely fantastic job this season.
Safety cars in, my friend.
And we are going to get on board with some more racing. So forget the Formula One. We're here at Rush Racing League for round number 19. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am saying that round number 19. It's been a great season. We've had ups, we've had downs, we've had crashes, we've had motions, we've had tantrums, we've had everything this season. It's been great, but we do have one champion this season in Campbell Adams, who is going to take away the safety car restart, and let's see how he's going to take this. He is on those hard compound tyres. He's going to have to get them up to temp. Looking forward to seeing how he goes. We'll have to wait and see here. We've got 33 people tuning in tonight. Let's push those viewers up. Get amongst these guys. Support them. Get amongst them. Get amongst every single person on that grid, even if they have got penalties or making bad mistakes. But Campbell Adams goes round the final corner and on to the main straight to start off his next lap, lap 15 out of 28. Behind him with DVR. Then we have got Websy. Is anyone going to make a move going into the first corner? As we've seen a lot of audacious moves going on there and no penalties. There we go. We've got Campbell, we've got DVR, Websy, Chandlers, Yusuf, Fins, Kalki, Lefty, G-Force, Tai, Josh, JDMI, Huluk, Keefe, Sammy, Watanabe unfortunately lost Danger, and Hado. Danger in the Red Bull and Hado in the Haas. Very, very good start there by the guys. So far, so good on that restart panic.
Yeah, that was a good restart on the safety car. You know, safety cars being safety cars, but the boys done great. They've done a great job, so everyone's cleanly through. Keefe gets a 5-second penalty. Oh, a 3-second penalty. I think it's his second one. But yeah, I think Campbell's going to have the work cut out for him at the moment with DVR behind him. They're all back together now to crunched up into a DRS zone, so it'd be very difficult to run away at this stage unless they fight. 2, 3, 4, 5. If they keep fighting, then he might run away with it. But I don't think they're going to make the same mistake again. They're going to be very close together now to the rest of the race.
Yeah, no, it's Chandler is looking likely to make a move on there on Websy. He's looking pretty quick on those hard compound tyres. We'll have to wait and see at the moment. And DVR is just going to stay behind Campbell. We are going to start to see a little bit of a change probably happening here on with the DRS on the next lap. So we'll keep an eye out on that. Rocky Bankan Express. Hello, mate. Welcome to the chat. Campbell Adams doing a fastest lap with a 133.886. The guy is absolutely electrifying at the moment. But DVR got Websy right behind him. Does have that 3-second time penalty as well. So Chandler's really good opportunity here for a podium.
Yeah, Chandler's going to come to the grid. I mean, both Ferraris were close together in the first stint. Look at him going the second stint. And P4, he could definitely challenge a podium at this stage. 100%. They're all close together. He's done a phenomenal job for the Ferrari. The TP's going to be happy with Chandler's position right now.
Yes, definitely. We're going to have to wait and see what happens here. He is going to have to stay with them as we see in Campbell trying to pull away from DVR at the moment, but using that DRS as DVR gets even closer. He's going to go for the move, and we are going to have a new leader of the Texas Grand Prix round number 19. That's going to be DVR. Does get the job done on Campbell Adams. 29% of that ERS and 58% of Campbell Adams ERS as well. Will Websy be able to get close to Campbell Adams now? Will we have a three-way battle, or will it just be these two fighting out to the end here on lap 16 out of 28? DVR is going to really try and save that ERS back up again, because Campbell does have a little bit more than him at the moment. But Websy is not far behind. He is in that P3 position at the moment. Yusuf go into P4 now. Chandler's into P5. If Chandler's can just stay with these, then he will be looking at podium finish at the end of this race. But unfortunately, he does have the McLaren teammate of Lefty right behind with no damage, no penalties, and he's on fire in that P6 position. And with McLaren that's fixed, is a very, very quick McLaren as they've been this season, as Campbell Adams is right on the back of DVR, literally a tenth and a half behind him, following very, very closely. He doesn't want to get too close, and they end up coming together. And we do want to see it. We've not seen Campbell get into a bit of a tit for tat. You know, it's been very, very clean from him all season. Obviously, I think it is going to be very clean from these guys as well. But Bit of drama. Doesn't go off in this, does it? And I can't understand the
No,
word
he's
for
been
that in the chat.
he's been very clean throughout the season. There haven't been any major incidents, so to speak, and he's going to take this position away from DVR. But DVR got the fastest laps, obviously, with the DRS that he had earlier lap. So he's racing at the moment, Campbell. But Chandler's a lefty, Left for Dead are battling hard. Chandler's is not giving away that position easily. He's overtaken.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was listening to a comment from Marzi. I was trying to read the chat, Marzi, but I can't speak that language, so I've got no idea what is going on there. So I can't even make comments to the chat to even follow it. But I am following some great racing at the moment, and these top four, they are pulling away. They've all. Yusuf Goat has pulled 2.1 seconds already on Chandler's. Chandler's looks like he's into a little bit of a rut at the moment, as Left for Dead goes around the outside, and then Finns goes around the outside and gets the job done as well. As we've got F1NZ and Chandler's going side by side, and Finns gets the job done. So Chandler's has gone from P3 to P7 in 2 laps. He is not having the best. These guys are seriously quick on these hard compound tyres, and they are dominating him at the moment, and he's got to be careful because Kalki's the next driver behind him, ready to pounce and get another position done there as well. So really unfortunate for Chandler's. Now Left for Dead up into P5. He'll be ready to pounce on Yusuf and Websy with those penalties, and we could see again another double McLaren on the podium if this finishes the way it is at the moment with 10 laps to go. Panic.
Yeah, 10 laps to go, 2.7 behind is Left for Dead behind Yusuf Guy due to the battling. But I think Chandler just doesn't have enough ERS to battle these guys. So that's why they keep taking him. Oh, geez, 3 weeks that corner.
Oh, they're going side by side. Chandler's is in a right mess at the moment. He doesn't know what to do. Kalki goes around the outside. Chandler's is battling. He's trying to get the job done. He can't. Great racing, though. A little bit of wheel banging.
Well done.
You're going to love a bit of wheel banging. They're really going for it. Chandler's has no penalties. Kalki does have penalties, but while he's keep battling, they're pulling away. And then this is meaning that Finns and Left for Dead, well, Finns is now he needs to stay in the DRS of Left for Dead, otherwise they're going to fall away. Left for Dead is 2.8 seconds behind Yusuf. So they're nearly 3 seconds behind that 3-second gap, which means they will stay where they are currently at the moment. But the battle between Chandler's and Kalki has been fantastic. A little bit of wheel bang, gotta love it. And GeForce Nick is now coming into it, and so is Tai as well. So that's brought P10 all the way into it, as well as we've got Josh that's 4.9 seconds out of it at the moment with that penalty. Going a little bit further up though, we've got Websy though putting the pressure on Campbell now. 2.5 Tims. We're starting to see a little bit of a race on the closing stages of this race. Panic.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good finish by looks of things with the top 4. But if Finns in Left for Dead can break the DRS from Kalki, which is going to be impossible. The bloke is really quick. They could help each other out and try to catch the top 4. But they're 2.8, 2.9 now. They the top 4 are really running away with it at the moment.
No, we got, it's a great battle. DVR is holding on a moment, and is Websy going to put Campbell Adams under pressure? Put him into a position where he makes mistakes. He's really pushing him. 81% against Campbell's 92%. Websy is right on the back of Campbell Adams. We are really seeing Websy's going to go for the move on Campbell Adams. Goes around the outside. Does he get the job done? No, he stays in behind. We're actually seeing someone question Campbell Adams and Coda, and Websy's going for it. Really, really good to see here. Yusuf Goat is just staying behind. Websy goes for the move. DVR loses out there into P2. Campbell Adams into P1. This is not going to be over. We've got 8 laps of racing, ladies and gentlemen, and this top 4 is not over. They are going at it. Campbell Adams in P1, DVR in P2, Websy in P3, Yusuf Goat in P4, Left for Dead 1.3, and if Campbell Adams can hold these guys up, that brings Lefty into it. That also brings F1NZ into it, and that puts
he's in now, mate.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's definitely in it now.
He's in the DRS now.
Yeah. Oh, Websy goes for the move. on DVR. Does he get the job done? Yes, he does. They're going to go side by side. They don't want to battle too much, though, Panic. They do not want to lose the DRS
No.
to Campbell Adams. That is the question here. They need to work together and try and go for the move. As Websy, there's 3 wide. Websy's on the right. Oh, sorry, left. Gets the job. Oh, he's going to go for it. Campbell Adams has gone into the back of Websy. A little bit of damage, not too much. DVR leads the way in P1. Websy into P2. Campbell Adams goes around the outside, trying to keep that position. Switches, goes back, makes a different move there. And Websy into P2. DVR into P1 and Campbell Adams in P3. Panic. This race is not over.
Wow.
8 laps to go, and they are really going at it. Websy having that 3 seconds, Yusuf having that 3 seconds. Doesn't matter about anything. They're going for it, and Websy looks like he's ready to try and take the lead from DVR.
Yeah, they don't care about penalties these days. They're just hard battling. I think it's gonna be next 7 laps of constant overtaking that they've done phenomenal. That how close they are, how great racecraft they have is just proven tonight.
Oh yes, Campbell Adams.
Campbell Adams goes now for the P2 again. Behind DVR, but Websy, what a fight he's putting up. He's awesome fight that he put up to Campbell and to DVR tonight.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job. Really, really good job there as Campbell Adams is really being put under pressure tonight, which is really good to see for a change. I don't know if he's taking his foot off the gas a little bit. That may be the case, but we'll have to wait and see. The guy has done phenomenal all season, but DVR has been fantastic so far as well tonight. Obviously didn't have the best of qualities early on, but then did improve on his qualifying. Didn't have the best of starts of race either, but has put himself into P1 position at the moment. Campbell Adams in that P2. Websy still putting the pressure on as well. We are going to see any moves going on here as Yusuf Goat goes for a move there, and Left 4 Dead in that P5 position, though he's right behind. These guys both have penalties. So as it stays
close.
At the moment, Left 4 Dead will be on the podium. Can these guys pull away? Websy's been extremely quick in that Kick Sauber tonight, but DVR still holding on to that position at the moment with 7 laps remaining, and this has brought the rest of the guys in now. This has brought Finns into it. This has brought Kalki into it. This has brought Chandler's into it. We have...
He's holding the whole grid. The whole grid's in it.
Yeah, we have a 10-car DRS.
Yeah, the whole grid. Those battles at the front.
Yeah, look at that there. All of them going into the first corner. All within DRS. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great to see.
Yeah. Left 4 Dead was, 2.8 seconds, and then within 2 laps he caught a DRS and brought everyone with him to the top 4. But DVR, what a phenomenal drive tonight. No penalties obviously tonight, unlike the other race, so no pens for him and Campbell. So this is going to be battle to the wire, to the end.
Yeah, it is.
Great management of ERS from the top 5-6 I've seen. The management of ERS is unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. DVR at the moment doing a fantastic job holding on, but how long is he going to be able to hold on for? This is the question, because Campbell Adams is going on the left-hand side.
He's trying to defend.
He's going to have to defend it. We're going to jump on board with Campbell Adams for a flight. Actually, we're going to jump on board with DVR. Oh, DVR and Websy have come together. I'm going to jump on board with Websy for a flying lap, ladies and gentlemen. So sit back and enjoy Websy on a flying lap from Sector 3. Does he get the job done on DVR? We'll have to wait and see. The only thing that he's going to be so annoyed about on this one, Panic, is that penalty, is that 3 seconds, because this would have been a fantastic battle if Yusuf and Websy didn't get that 3 seconds. They've gone really at it against DVR and Campbell tonight.
Those penalties are going to cost him now coming towards the end of the race. Unfortunately, really, it would have been better if they did have no penalties. Then you wouldn't know who would finish where at this stage, but those penalties really going to cost him, unfortunately. But Finns is right behind Left 4 Dead.
Sorry?
I said Finns is behind Left 4 Dead, so they're pretty much battling now for the podium positions, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Finns, Kalki and Left 4 Dead, they're fighting for the P3 position as things stand.
And F1 NZ knows what P3 is like.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
finished there all season, so he's going to keep consistent. And are we going to see them two come together on the last bit? It looks like to me, just jumping on board with Websy at the moment, going into Sector 3, that he's just lost a little bit of pace going into that last couple of corners there, and we are going to jump on board off him at the moment as DVR is getting very, very close to Campbell Adams. Is it going to come to the closers? Is it going to come?
Oh, Yusuf has lost DRS.
Yeah.
No, he needs to get back in it.
We'll have to wait and see what happens.
If he loses that DRS, mate, Left 4 Dead thinks that Kalk is just going to pounce on them. He needs to stay in the DRS zone as much as he can. Montenegro gets a 3-second time penalty for warnings. Yeah, I think Yusuf has lost the DRS. Yeah, he's lost the DRS, unfortunately. Oh, that's going to hurt him with that time penalty now. So he's just our top three. Top three, Campbell, Adams, DVR and Websy. So they could try and run away with it. They could actually run away with it and keep... Websy could keep the P3 position. If they run away with it, he could keep that podium, even though he's got a penalty.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to keep it on. We've got 4 laps to go.
Keith gets another 3-second penalty. What are the penalties looking like, actually?
I will show you in just a second. Bear with me. So I've got a lot of comments coming through tonight. Obviously, the guys are getting really into the action. Wibsy 3, Yusuf 3, Kalki 3, Chandler's 3. Obviously, Chandler's getting that penalty earlier on. That definitely didn't help him. Then you've got Josh, JD&My, Watanabe. Josh. Sorry, that keeps changing there. Josh and Watanabe 3 and 6. And then JD&My 3, Keefe 9, JD&My 3, and then Sammy 3 at the moment. But unfortunately, if you have tuned in tonight, 34 viewers tuning in, the battle is between DVR and Campbell Adams. 54% against 41. Websy has come back into that DRS. Yusuf go 1.6 seconds behind. Left 4 Dead P5. 6.5 tenths, Finns 6.5 tenths. Those two are going to be battling it out. I don't know. We are going to see probably Williams and the McLaren go at it on that last lap, as we're seeing 70%, 38% at the moment. F1 has got more ERS than Lefty at the moment, but the battle is going out for the front. We're going to go down the back as well, as Sammy is right in the mix of this battle. Hulick is in a really good position to get some good points for RB at the moment. He'll probably jump quite a few spots. Really good to see there. And also, we've got Tai Tai as well. Tai Tai can jump on board. 25 laps, no on boards. Can we go the race? Yeah, really good to see. Drive to Survive. No onboards, really good to see. As DVR back in front. No onboards for Div 1. Lovely. He doesn't want to do any work. Panic.
No, he does not.
He doesn't want to write.
He doesn't.
Make one up.
No. I've seen a few, mate. What do you mean? I've seen a few that he just, I think he turned a blind eye here.
Let's go.
But it's nice to see, it's very exciting to see that, in this race, you don't know who's going to win. Campbell, DVR, who's going to win this race. You don't know who's going to be P3. 3 laps to go. Nothing is decided. They normally run away with it. That safety car brought them together. And as I said at the start, that Campbell is going to have to work hard now to try to regain that P1 position and keep it.
Oh, DVR!
Train.
DVR gets the jump down again on Campbell Adams around the outside into P1. Campbell Adams P2. If Campbell Adams makes a mistake, gets a 3, Websy is going to be pouncing hard to try and get that P2, and we are going to have a serious race on our hands. Remember, Left 4 Dead and F1NZ running a little bit different on the ERS at the moment, but they're very, very close to each other. They're very, very close to get that DRS as well. And you've got the battle going on with the front 3. As we can see here, that Websy at the moment will stay in that P3 position if Yusuf does not manage to get through at the back, because Yusuf is now under DRS threat from Left 4 Dead for that P4 position, as DVR loses P1. Bergman can, mate. The race has been amazing. The battles that we've had, the top 5 has been extraordinary, and the battles in the midfield as well. It's been a great race. Campbell Adams has led the way, but has not led the way all the way. It's been DVR and Campbell Adams, and it is going to the wire, as you can see at the moment with P2, P3. Unfortunately, Websy will be hitting himself for getting that penalty as well. Probably the same with Yusuf, as they've been absolutely fantastic tonight. Been absolutely clean racing. Only 2 DNS. Unfortunately, they're 2 Div 2 drivers that just didn't only one tonight, and only 2 DNFs. So yeah, it's been a great night of action. 2 laps to go. I'll let you take this lap for a little bit of commentating, mate, and I'll take the last one.
Oh, no worries. FDL is still leading this race with DVR right behind him, Websy. But Left 4 Dead can get that P3 position unless Yusuf and unless Finns can overtake Yusuf and bring it to Left 4 Dead in that last lap and regain that spot for the P3 podium position. But it's been a phenomenal drive tonight from all the boys. There's been no major incidents. They've done really good job. They're really clean racing. They gave each other respect on the track, which is good to see. No silly moves. Oh, Websy nearly lose it. They got a bit of a tank slapper coming on the DRS side behind DVR. Is he going to retake the position? Oh, he definitely looks like he is. They're both pouncing on Campbell. They both take the position. And Websy goes as P1, but Danny's still. He's fighting the position back, and DVR is leading, but they're fighting too wide through those corners. Jeez, that is some close racing.
Ooh, Websy gets out the way!
Oh, no.
Why did he get out the way? You should have stayed with him. Oh!
No.
Right. I'll let you take the last corner.
That's alright, that was really close, coming to the last corner, and the last lap of the race. And he takes him on the last corner. Yeah, but takes care of the last corner, and off we go from the final lap. SJ, take it away.
Here we go, we're on the last lap, ladies and gentlemen, as DVR is in P1, Campbell Adams is in P2, they're going side by side with him and Websy. I can't get my names out. Websy, he's going to be taking that position at the moment. Who's going to stop the position? Oh, they're going to go side by side through the S's. Absolutely extraordinary. Driving there, Campbell stays in P3, Websy keeps the position. DVR is in a great position at the moment, but Campbell Adams is going to get a fantastic toe. Keep an eye out for Finns at the moment, because Finns needs to get past Yusuf. Left 4 Dead is in that P4 position at the moment. They're really going to go for it. Websy going around the outside. They're both going side by side. Websy and Campbell Adams side by side. His DVR burning the battery. 84. Now he burns everything he can. Campbell Adams is coming at it. So is Websy. Who's going to get the job done? They're going left. They're going right. They don't know what position they're going to go at. Campbell Adams goes into the lead. Websy into P2. DVR. And they've both gone off the track. DVR and Websy have both gone off. Websy's lost it! No. Oh my days!
No way! Carnage!
Oh my days! I'm going to lose my voice. Finns, can you have one more last ditch on Left 4 Dead? It looks like we're going to have a double McLaren. What has happened on that last lap? Absolute drama. OMG, Hado is the question. Campbell Adams comes around the last final corner, takes the win of the Texas Grand Prix round number 19. Yusuf Goat in P2 goes and adds to P4. Left 4 Dead into P2.
Oh, my days.
Zin into P3. What drama. That was DVR or Websy on the podium, and it all went wrong on the last corner. Absolute drama. DVR will be fuming. Websy will be fuming. He's even finished higher than DVR with a penalty. How? And Shifty, you did jinx it, and there was no.
Oh no, he did. He did, Shifty. We're gonna blame Shifty for this incident. Oh man, that was some hectic last lap, SJ. And Marzi, he's gonna be over the moon. P1, P2 McLaren. No chance I would have seen that coming, mate. But man, they were racing the entire race so close together. That was so unfortunate for Websy and DVR. I don't know what happened, but they just locked wheels by the looks of it. Couldn't interlock each other.
Oh man, absolute drama.
Shifty the wizard.
28 laps and safety car, ladies and gentlemen. If you did tune in with us tonight, there was no more safety car. So you've just lost all of your coins. Will we see a second safety car? No, we won't. So there you go. Congratulations, whoever did get those points. And remember, we don't advertise gambling. The person you are trying to contact right now is unavailable. Love it. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. P1, P2 for the McLarens. Campbell Adams taking P1, Lefferdier taking P2, F1 NZ taking P3. Fastest lap goes for DVR. That will definitely be looked at by the stewards there. Unfortunately, Danger and Hado DNF. We had 16 runners finish. Keefe, unfortunately, out of the points. JD Myatt getting the last points there. What a night of racing. And I'm sure we are about to hear what these guys have got to say. I would be very interesting to hear what what DVR has got to say if he does want to jump.
Yeah, definitely.
Box.
Yeah, we'd love to see. We'd love to hear his point of view there. What happened?
Oh wow! Well, we are going to get underway very soon. We'll just wait for the guys to jump into the comms box. That race went pretty quick tonight, as well. It's only 11 o'clock. Wow.
Well, yeah.
Goes a bit quicker, doesn't it, when you don't have 100% up?
Yeah, that's correct. You usually sit here for 2 hours, mate.
Yeah.
I'll have 1 or 2 races. You know what? The thing is, you engineer one race, that's 100 laps. That's like 50 laps. You're doing one race. Then you do a race, that's a 50 laps. And then if you do comms, another race, it's 150 laps. It goes forever.
Well, you saved my voice, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, all right, mate.
All right, well, we're going to get these guys into the comms box very, very shortly. But first of all, I'm going to talk to the man on my left, Panic. What was your summary of that tonight? That was, 27 laps was absolutely perfection. And then the last lap just turned into a bit of audacious moves, a little bit of, would you say?
Desperation, maybe?
Desperation at the end there?
Yeah, I think it was just, I don't know. He had a move done coming on that straight, and he's trying to get in between Campbell, between Campbell and DVR, and he couldn't get the move done, and then that slowed him down, and I think he just locked up, man. It was just a bit of unfortunate incident, but yeah, it was 27 awesome laps. It's like watching, real F1. The guys they're so switched on, and they do such great racing and such good racecraft. The entire grid, that when you watch it, it's like watching real life racing. The guys are phenomenal in Div 1.
Okay, well, let's have a look. And just waiting for Campbell to jump into the chat with Left 4 Dead. But yeah, no, I know what you say about racing as well. And the funniest thing is as well, it's actually sometimes more entertaining than the real life, because the real life can be quite boring.
Yeah.
So, let's see if these guys are going to jump into the comms box, have a quick chat with us.
No worries,
flick them.
Give me a second. I'll be back in 1 minute, mate.
That's all right. All right, so all right. Well, first up, we've got P3 in here, so we'll jump on board with P3. F1 NZ, mate. What a night of racing! It was pretty close tonight. There was a DRS train that followed basically from P2 all the way down to P10, and then it followed all the way down from P1 down to P10. How did you find Texas tonight?
Pretty good. I knew I was going to have the pace, considering in time trial I was more than a second off some of the fast guys. So, yeah, in quali it was all right, banker lap, and then I was 7/10 up on my last lap and invalidated. I think I could have been up P5, P6, but in the end I was still P9, so not the end of the world, and I knew I could easily just improve from there. And at a track like this, it's just sitting in DRS trains and waiting, and I did that. I got a couple moves done on lap 1, which helped, and then waited, let the fast guys go, and just, yeah, my strategy tonight was just to let the fast guys do all the work in front of me and just sit behind the DRS and let them pull me along. And it worked like a charm. Left 4 Dead was behind me, and I just let him go on one of the restart laps, and then just made sure I sat in his DRS, and he pulled me up to the leaders. So credit to him. He had underfloor damage, and he was still catching up to the leaders. So yeah, credit to him, and thank you to him for pulling me along to catch up to the leaders. I didn't want to fight with him because, unlike some of the other guys at the front, clearly fighting and battling too hard is not the way to catch up to the leaders. So yeah, I just sat behind them, let them do all the hard work to catch up to the leaders, and yep, train at the end. Well, last 5 or 6 laps, it was just sitting there. I knew Websy and Yusuf had penalties, so I already thought I was going to get P4. I just had to not mess up, and yeah, I saw a move at Lefty on the last lap, but decided not to fully send it because it's better to just settle for the P4. And then yeah, I got gifted a podium because there was a crash in front, so the waiting game just worked perfectly for me, even though it's a McLaren one too, but title's over. It's just nice to finally be back on the podium after some bad luck previously.
Well, we were looking at the last lap and we were seeing, because obviously Lefty did have that damage early on. We don't know how that happened. I might miss that because there was a lot of messages going off tonight. A lot happening behind the scenes as well. So trying to keep on touch with the race, because obviously the race was switching back and forth. We obviously Campbell Adams was down to like 3.5 second lead in front, and then obviously the safety car that brought everyone back, which actually changed the whole race up a little bit, which was really good to see. Did you ever think that you were going to get that? Probably go for a move on Left 4 Dead on the last lap, because you two were battling for that P3 position, but you had Yusuf and Websy both having those penalties. Was there any way, shape, or form that you were going to try and even go for the move and get that P3 if that was going to be an option?
Yeah, well, I had a full battery going onto that straight, so I knew I'd have the straight line speed, and I did sort of go for it. I knew Yusuf was going to go inside, and he did, and Left 4 Dead was in the middle of the track, so I saw a gap on the outside. I only really half committed. I didn't want to fully commit and get overtaken by a Kalki behind. So maybe if it was for the lead, I probably would have gone for it. But just considering that Yusuf was there, it was not worth making it 3 wide and risking just losing all the points on the last lap, like a few of the guys ahead of us did. So yeah, it was just trying to be sensible, and actually, yeah, it's sort of not wanting to ruin what had been a good race, and considering he's the reason that I was up on the podium, I don't think he deserved to have any antics from me.
Well, honestly, Finns, the whole season, mate, it's been like we are coming very, very close to the end now. Obviously, one more race and then the mystery. And you've obviously just finished P3 nearly all season. It's obviously fortunate not to get that win. It's still an opportunity out there. You've battled Campbell Adams all the way to the top. It's really, really good to see you jumping in as well next season. I think probably the downfall that Williams have had this season is obviously Campbell has had Left 4 Dead as a teammate. You've obviously unfortunately had someone jump in, then jump out. And I think hopefully going into next season, I think that's going to be the big plan for you, to have that second teammate to go all the way to the season, because you definitely deserve it, mate. You've been fantastic, and really, really good to see you once again on the podium. And it was such a shame that you weren't available when I was down in Auckland to catch up. So no, fantastic, mate, and I look forward to seeing what you can do in Carnage, or History as I call it, Baku next week, which I'm sure you're looking very, very forward to.
I love it.
Panic, any questions for Vince?
Good evening, Vince, mate. Just to start off, a phenomenal race. You've done a very smart move there tonight. You've stuck behind Left 4 Dead. I was mentioning to Esther as well that the boys, they're fighting so hard for those positions. They are bringing the rest of the grid in. And you and Left 4 Dead, I think 2.8 seconds behind them. And you've caught that up within, I believe, 2 or 3 laps, just sitting behind each other, working together to get to where you are now. Yeah, he caught him up. But you guys did well. You've done a phenomenal job. You know, the guys in front of you, and their penalties as well. So it was a question of who's got to be on podium, you or Left 4 Dead, and then obviously the carnage happened. And at the last lap, and yeah, you've done a phenomenal race. How did you feel coming into the race tonight? Were you very confident?
Um, I was hoping for maybe a top 8 if I'm lucky, because this is one of my worst tracks in terms of at least 1 lap pace. And in races this year on this game, I've just had no skill, not luck. I've just made lots of mistakes and spun a few times. So I'm just happy that I kept it consistent and I just held on and did the waiting game for the guys in front to make the inevitable mistakes. And yeah, I knew not getting warnings was essential. There was so many times where I thought I'd mess it up and got a penalty, but yeah, I just held on and yeah, pretty happy with that race. And hopefully I can actually show some pace next week in Baku, because
Yeah,
it's,
good to see you guys in the group.
it's one of the tracks that I like. So yeah,
Oh,
even
good.
on this
That's good.
tough games, hopefully I can have some fun.
Nah, that's good to see, mate. Congratulations on the P3. You know, done a phenomenal job. The
Thank
TP
you.
is going to be over the moon with that result tonight. So yeah, well done to you.
Yeah.
We'll see you next
And
week in Baku, mate.
Congrats to the McLarens as well. You're just unstoppable as always.
Yeah, F1NZ, mate. Great job, mate. And we are going to jump on board with the McLaren boys, which obviously Marzi, aka Zach Brown, is going to be over the moon. First of all, we'll jump on.
Yeah.
I can't give you guys a big head even if I tried to. Left 4 Dead, mate. Obviously, it looked like it was going to be a close shave if you were going to make it or not. You were here tonight. Obviously, the camping trip didn't go to plan. And obviously, it didn't go to plan very early on. Obviously, you looked like you were struggling. I don't know if that is because you were invalidating the times or you were struggling with the track, but you managed to push it straight up into P2, which was really, really good to see. And then obviously you got wing damage very early on. Tell us a little bit about your Texas race, my friend.
Yeah, qualifying sucked. A new setup, and I was just slow. Invalidated my first lap in a goofy spot, and then second lap I went out on the same tyres and was the second down, so I went out on a fresh set and just did a pretty safe lap, but I wasn't much quicker than that. And then, yeah, still P2 behind Campbell, so started the race off strong. Was in P3, but that's kind of where I wanted to be. And then I think it was 2 or 3 laps in, I got rear-ended. So I got end plate damage and I had floor damage for the rest of the race. So even when I fixed the damage just before the safety car came out on my front wing, the car was just a boat, especially in Sector 1 and the final sector, where all the corners are. So, yeah, I was just trying to hang on. But at the end there, I really didn't do anything myself. Campbell and Danny were kind of just backing them up a little bit to solidify my P3, and then unfortunately, there was a collision with Danny and Websy, and that gifted me P2 and brought Finns onto the podium. So yeah, it wasn't really anything to do with me being on the podium. It was just luck, really, and good teammate.
Mate, well, another fantastic performance. Obviously, things changed right at the end there, as you could see. A little bit of shenanigans there, probably a little bit of desperation, as Panic did say. What can you see from your angle? Because obviously that probably happened right in front of you, because you did get the job done on Yusuf Goat into that P3 position, and then obviously you must have saw that little bit of carnage happening in front between DVR and Wibsy.
On the last lap.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know what Websy was doing, to be honest, like personally from my point of view, because he had a 3-second penalty. He was well clear of Yusuf. There's the 2 in front of him fighting for the lead, and he makes it 3 wide, goes a little bit deep and can't regain control of his car. That's what it looked like to me. So, and I've seen the clips now, and it's just, I know it's a little bit weird to do that when you got a 3-second penalty and you're not going to gain anything, because he just lost it all at the end there to Yusuf. So I don't see the point behind it. Like Finn said, it's safer to back off a little bit and, you know, take a one less lower position, rather than lose all your points that you've just spent an hour and a bit doing. So, yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
No, I could probably definitely tell the frustration of DVR as well, especially with the night that looked like it could have been a win there, and could have gone with, as we saw, the battle that him and Websy and Campbell were having, which was getting quite exhilarating to the end there. Obviously, 2 races to go. It's still up for grabs. Obviously, the championship is gone. Obviously, your teammate Campbell Adams has taken it. Obviously, you've taken the constructors in Division 1. It's just now really points on added extra for the overalls. Obviously, Baku in the mystery round. How are you feeling going into the last 2 races? Is it just maximum points? Because the last few weeks it's just been 1-2, 1-2 for McLaren, which is obviously any TP is going to be happy with that. 25 and 20 points is massive going into the first weekend of racing with Division 4 and Division 2 up next.
Yeah, I like Baku. It's one of my favourite tracks, so I just need to build myself a good setup and then I should be alright. So, yeah, Baku's one of my good tracks, so I don't know about the mystery though.
Ooh.
I thought there was only 1 round left.
Nah, mate, 20 and then plus the big mystery, which will be on live on stream. So, yeah, get ready for that. Well, no, honestly, a great podium. Once again, great race. Obviously, you do get involved in those incidents. Unfortunately, not due to your driving by, obviously, people just hitting into you, and you still managed to put the car on podium. So that's extremely impressive. And I will now head you over to Panic.
How you going left to the head, mate? You doing well?
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, we do know what happened. Obviously, that wing damage. There's not much to say, mate. You guys did a phenomenal job this season. You know, you came in and you guys are just smashing out the park. Obviously, me being a McLaren driver, over the moon with the result, P1, P2. Unbelievable they can bring that car home with full damage. I would have been up somewhere in the wall. Probably that was me, so that was a great achievement. Congratulations on the obviously on P2, mate. How would you feel? How would you feel that pressure obviously behind you from Finns, and then when the safety car came out, you were smashing through the grid before the safety car came out. Even though you had that damage, you still had pace.
Yeah, I definitely felt better on the mediums. But even with the little bit of floor damage after I fixed my wing, I felt like I was still a little bit quicker than Finns. I just didn't feel like I could challenge the top 4. But I don't know. I actually forgot that Finns was behind me until the final lap in the braking zone to just before DVR and the kick had the incident. I saw his name and I saw his arrow and I was like, oh no, I'm about to lose my podium here. And then, nah, he backed off. So he definitely probably could have got me. Although I probably would have understeered like crazy because I just couldn't turn at that stage of the race.
Yeah, probably didn't see worth it in there to put yourself in a bad spot for one position. Probably not worth it for any of you. So congratulations, mate, on the P2. We'll see you in Baku. I'll let you go. Have a bit of rest, mate. So yeah, well done.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, well done, Lefty, mate. I look forward to seeing what you can do in Baku, and I know you absolutely love that circuit. So I reckon we could see you on the podium. So I look forward to seeing that qualifying. Don't remember, mate, it's a one-shot as well, and it is a sprint weekend. So big points up for grabs.
Well, I'll be starting last.
I
don't like him either, Finty.
I love the.
I don't like those one shots either, mate. I feel you.
No one does. All right, well, let's go on to our last interview of the night. Campbell Adams, mate, you cannot stop bloody winning, can you?
Wait, Campbell, mate.
It's
your time.
Oh,
I'm on mute.
sorry, I was talking to
It's your
someone.
time to
Hello.
shine. It's your time to shine.
Sorry.
Campbell, mate, you can't stop winning, can you? Like, I just don't, like, tonight, it looked like you really had a lot of pressure out there tonight. Websy was right up your rear. He was really pushing you. You had the 3 seconds. Obviously, earlier on with the safety car, obviously, you had a really nice gap. And obviously, I think you've must have thought, oh no, I had this in the bag, and then unfortunately that brought everyone back together. Obviously, you had Yusuf and Websy having those 3 seconds DVR. We know how quick DVR is, but the last 5 laps, man, they were just phenomenal. Side by side with Websy through the S-bends. Like, how do you do that? Give us a little bit of a tip, at least.
I don't know. What was your first part of the question? Like, how was the race?
I was just waffling.
He wasn't listening.
I know. I've got people talking, and it's hard to listen.
No, it's all good. We'll keep it short. How was the race for you, Campbell, tonight? It looked like you dominated it, but you got put under pressure quite a lot by Websy and DVR tonight. Did that make it uncomfortable for you tonight?
No, not necessarily.
Never does it?
I was in a call with DVR and Lefty, so we're all working together as much as we could. You know, just obviously not unbelievably working together like slipstreaming, but like just helping each other out as best we could. As like when Lefty after safety car got out of DRS because they were fighting, me and DVR were just waiting up for him to give him that DRS. But no, the race itself was good.
Well, yeah, and we'll make this pretty quick. Last lap. Give us a little bit of an insight from your point of view what that was about, because obviously it looked like we were going to have a really, really good battle to the end. Obviously, DVR, you two were switching around with the DRS. Wibbsy was putting the pressure on. He did for a period of time. He dropped dropped out the DRS for a little bit, gained that back, and it looked like it was going to be you and DVR to the final. Then he got involved, and then obviously the incident happened. So give us a little bit of an insight what happened on your point of view from what you could see with DVR and Wibbsy.
Personally, I would lean it more towards Websy because there's a bit of an unnecessary move to go 3 wide at that corner with a 3 second. Then the moment where he could have followed me, but he made it 3 wide. It's just a bit unnecessary in my opinion. So I don't know. I'll put it down as racing incident, but if I had to put it on someone, I'd put it on Websy.
Okay. Well, you've got 2 races left before you can have a nice little break over Christmas and celebrate. Obviously, we'll be probably having you back for the awards night, which will be a great time to talk to you. Obviously, Baku and the mystery. How are you feeling? Obviously, you've got your teammate who's very, very strong at Baku. You've got the overalls, which it does seem to be a little bit of a gap now. You seem to push it in Division 1. Do you feel that McLaren can take that overalls now? And how do you feel for Baku?
Do I get a trophy?
Baku, I'm not looking
You
forward
will
to
next
I hate
season.
that track. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I absolutely hate Baku, so I'm not looking forward to it. Especially that it's a sprint and it's one shot.
Yeah, one hates it, one loves it. Should be
Was
good
that-
just to see.
Was that your team?
I want one of those awards.
Yeah, I know you do. Well, you're a reserve driver, and unfortunately,
Biggest comeback award.
we want to see this next season. We want to see you two at it, but on the different teams. That's one thing we want to see, because there's starting to be new drivers coming back, which is really good to see. It's going to be the last time we play 24. Obviously, Division 1 has been announced that you're going to pick your own tracks. You have your own format. So you're in full control. So obviously that's something to look forward to. But no, congratulations once again, Campbell, taking out win. You've been absolutely astronomical all season. We spoke in the podcast about your progress from obviously season 6 to season 7. It's a massive leaps and bounds. You're doing so well in PSGL as well, and obviously in the E-Series events as well. So we wish you all the best, and look forward to seeing what you can do in Baku before we hit the mystery round.
Thanks, mate.
Panic, over to you. Don't give him a big head.
No, I can't give him a big head, mate. He's already got a big head. Mr. Campbell Anders. I won't hold you up too much longer, mate. I know you're a busy bloke. And it is a Saturday night, so congratulations on P1, mate. Didn't expect anything else from you. Well done to you and to McLaren and to Lefty. Phenomenal drive. Done a great job for the team. I only got one question for you, Campbell. Was Zach screaming his head off when you guys finished P1, P2? Did he go ballistic?
Not really, because we were in a call with DVR and he was a little bit disappointed for what happened to him. So,
All right.
as much as we were happy, it was just that little bit of disappointment for DVR. So, no, we're still happy, but should have been more.
No, you guys did well. Unfortunate for DVR, but yeah, I'll see you boys next week back on the grid. And congratulations on the P1. Have a good night and rest up.
Thanks, mate.
Why are you telling them false emotions, Campbell? Not happy.
Oh, honestly, guys, no, it's been a pleasure, and yeah, look forward to seeing what you can do in Baku. So, no, congratulations on the double podium for McLaren. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. It's been a very eventful night, some great racing. Obviously, the onboard steward said that he didn't have any reports until the last lap of the race, so he obviously jinxed that himself. I think Panic said that early on in the stream.
Definitely.
So, yeah. Congratulations to the one that won the channel points there as well. Big up to all of our followers as well that tuned in tonight and followed us. We got Ha 112223, Maxi Boy, Alpha Sit, Johnny, the Investor, Oxchillo, Mac Rate, and Exong Blazer. And thank you very much, as always, from Marzi for the subs. Really appreciate it. Great to be back in the comments box. Great to be back with more action in Formula One and racing again. And look, very, very excited to see more action for the remainder of the week, starting off tomorrow with Division 2 and Division 4. Division 4 starting off first, 5:30 p.m. AEDT, back to normal short quality, exactly the same format that we had to tonight. And then obviously Division 2, that battle is really starting to heat up. We saw Kelky drive tonight, did get a little bit of a... I think he got a bit of a culture shock what it's going to be like driving against these boys next season when that man does move up. So, yeah, he's going to have some practice, but he did look fast there tonight, so he'll definitely be fast there tomorrow. And obviously, Division 4, can Hennessy take out the championship? Or is Protein Group really going to cause a bit of a storm? He's really started to dominate the last couple of races in Division 4 the last few weeks. Hennessy, not so much. So, obviously, the last couple of races coming up as well. Accidents can happen. Penalties can happen at Texas, and especially Baku, and obviously being a sprint round as well next weekend, there's obviously big points up for grabs, and then the mystery where we've got no idea what that's going to be. So still plenty of action, but Panic, thank you very much always for jumping in the comments box and saving my voice tonight, my friend.
No, it's been a pleasure, mate. I didn't want you to hurt yourself, so I saw you struggle, so I'll jump in. It was a pleasure doing comments with you, mate. It was a great race to watch and commentate. It's been really, really good. So yeah, see you next time.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to our sponsors, SimLab and Pagnian. Remember, get amongst it. Black Friday is still available. Click the link. I'm just going to flick you the link now. 2 seconds. Bear with me. Want to get involved in any sim racing gear, wheels, rigs, pedals, gloves, anything regarding F1 related, flick that link, use that code, and you'll get a little bit of a discount code as well. And feel free, if you want to jump on board next season, get amongst it, because season 7 is nearly finishing up with Division 1. Get amongst it, and we'll be happy to bring you on board and race against these phenomenal drivers. And I'm not just going to just single out one of them, but they are all phenomenal drivers in their own skill and technique. And that the dog agrees with me as well. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, I'll leave you a quote to go. Another podium, double podium for McLaren. Can it happen one more time in Baku? Or will someone else, like DVR, like Websy, or a mystery driver, prove to be a little bit too good for them? We'll have to wait and see next week. Thanks for tuning in. Good night.